Now, let's talk about the subject of chaos magic. What is chaos magic? How can you master it? How can a person who's never ever heard about chaos magic hear it for the first time and master chaos magic in a very short period of time? Well, today I am going to help you understand what chaos magic is, how you can use it, and how you already use magic. Now, if you already saw my previous video on magic I did about a month and a half ago, I basically described how everybody's a magician. Everything that you do in life is some type of form of magic. Whether you are wishing for bad things to happen to you by saying, I am not, you're using a certain form of magic. Manifestation is magic. Visualization is magic. The simple fact of the matter is you are mastering magic in a way where it's not working for you. And you're letting other people who run this planet master and use your magic, and you don't even realize you're doing it. Now, chaos magic is used in many ways, but you have to be all over the place. Now, coming from where we as Western people, well, Western-minded individuals come from, we come from a dogmatic perspective, meaning we only listen and believe in one thing, and only that is true to us. If I am a Christian, that is only true to me. And everything else is shunned out. Everything else is ridiculed. Everything else is pushed aside. If I am in Islam, I am Muslim. If I am atheist, God, and I don't believe in it. Okay? Whatever you are is whatever you are. But what you're forgetting is this. The division that has been placed into our minds make us feel like we are all a separate people. We all look alike. Talking about these people, right? Or if you're melanated at all. If you're melanated, right? You're ruled by somebody in this physical realm who is not melanated. Now, the rulership stops in the mind before the physical. So your mind has to loosen those shackles which has been placed on it by you questioning your total reality, okay? Because you're not going to be able to consciously use the magic that you use unless you understand you're using magic, unless you understand that you're being controlled, moved around in this reality like a puppet. Let me give you another example of magic and how magic is used. You know when you go to church and you pray and you sing and you do these things, or you know how you have holidays, or you do these types of present giving or trick-or-treating, or you're buying presents for your girlfriend, or Mother's Day is tomorrow and you got to buy your mom's gift, and Father's Day is coming up and you got to buy your dad's gift, or whatever it may be. These are all rituals to make you use your magic. What do you mean, coach? What do you mean they're rituals? How are they rituals? Well, let me give you an example. Let's say around Christmas time. Christmas, out of all the rituals that are going on, is the biggest ritual of the year that people look forward to. What are some of the things that you do to take place in the ritual? Well, you have to understand that your energy is very powerful. And without your energy, the people who rule over you that you don't realize are ruling over you have power in your energy if they trick you on using your energy for their benefit. They have told you that you have to buy presents. They have told you that you have to chop down a tree, put it in your house, decorate it with balls, or they have told you this person, Saint Nicholas, comes down your chimney and gives you presents. Then you wake up in the morning and you give and buy presents for an individual. If you don't do this, everybody who is taking place in the ritual will make you feel like something is wrong with you, which is how you know it's a ritual. Now, I asked you, how come you can't use your own rituals and create your own days of giving? How come you can't create your own rituals for your woman, for your mother, for your friends, and not have somebody tell you what to do? Now, when you start to wake up, you start to challenge the status quo. You start to challenge everybody's previous ritual because your DNA is awakening and you're starting to become curious. You're questioning. But the way to use your chaos magic, because you're already using magic every day, whether you like it or not, you're using a form of magic right now, which is called white magic. These devices, technology has been taken from black magic and corrupted and used as white magic. But you can also use white magic for your benefit. You can use YouTube to learn, or you can use YouTube to go down a rabbit hole of ignorance. You can do white magic. You can use it's all about how you use this magic. But you have to be able to open your mind to all different forms of thought, to all different forms of learning every single time you learn it. You have to be able to, if you hear something that contradicts what you currently know, to be open-minded to explore that path as well. You have to. First things first, there are many pieces to the puzzle, what you call human existence. And there are many ways you can travel and move through this realm. Sometimes, matter of fact, I'm better off giving you examples. Last year, or the year before last, when I first started to go down the rabbit hole of plant medicine, I went down that rabbit hole as deep as most people are willing to go. I did ayahuasca, I did iboga, I did ibogaine, I did shrooms, I did bufo, I did sapo, I did all those things. San Pedro, all of them. Hape, and I went down the rabbit hole of exploring my consciousness to the point where my ego died, to the point where I found out who I used to be. I got memories, I got insight that I never got before. But if I only continue to go down the rabbit hole of plant medicine only, I would miss out on all the other experiences that I can experience in this realm we call human existence. Now, a master truly understands that they're forever a student. A student who is not humble will think they're a master of one thing. But let me tell you what happens to that master of one thing. Say if you're at some type of war or opposition, but you only know one particular set of things and you only have one particular set of skills. That means that you are limited. You are limited and you cannot explore other realms of understanding or defense because you're only limited to one particular set of skills and beliefs. Let's say if an individual goes to college and they get a master's degree. Now you're a master of psychology. But if you come into a particular part of your life where you need something else besides psychology, you are useless. So the thing is, with chaos magic, the number one rule about chaos magic is change is supreme. The fact that you're forever changing is the one thing that you can always be. And that's how you can always make sure you are ahead of the curve. Because if you are not, and you're only dogmatic for one particular set of beliefs, you are missing out on the many other experiences that you could experience in this realm. We are all one. And the trick by those who understand our history is to make us separate, to have the Christians arguing with the Muslims, to have the people who are spiritual looking down on the people who are asleep, that they are not awake yet, not trying to help them, not understanding that once upon a time, us as people who will remember who we are were once that person who is asleep. I am also guilty of this, and many of us that are watching are also guilty of this. But we have to understand that everybody has their particular place and time in the journey when they either wake up or they don't wake up. Our job as people who have woken up is to learn and constantly learn. And by learning, we can have more empathy for those individuals who do not have our understanding and try to understand what they currently believe to be real right now. Chaos magic is constantly changing, learning this, learning that, learning as many things as you can, putting it together. Even when you read books, some books that we have are misinformation. You have to read them. Read them. Because through misinformation, you can even find the truth. It opens up. See, with reading and understanding, it's not just learning the information. It's what reading is doing to your brain. It's opening up the labyrinth of your mind of areas that never were to be explored unless you read this particular set of information. Using chaos magic and understanding chaos magic is one of the only ways to understand that you can never be controlled, because you're never on one thing long enough to become dogmatic about anything. Learn it, use it, apply it, gain wisdom, and move on. That is what it's about. Okay? That is what it's about. So if you got any questions, If you have another form of chaos magic you want to share with the people, or how chaos magic has worked for you, leave it in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you got to do. But I'm going to keep on dropping these kind of videos because we dive in deep in 2021. Love y'all. Until the next video, I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.